Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. We've taken care of Mazag, finally. And now let's see what I have to say.
May be over, but some stories have not had their endings.
We have had victory, Pinestone. At least so much victory as we had a right to expect. We cannot hold this fortress, and it may not be long before the enemy strikes back at us with such a force as it will take to push us back across the river. LOTRO will be attacked, that much is certain. But this is a victory if we have delayed that attack by even a single day. My heart tells me we have, and by keeping the eyes of the enemy drawn to the doorstep of the fortress of the Nazgul, we have done what Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel wished us to do. The battle is over, for now. But some stories have not had their endings. That is the way of life, is it not? It has been my pleasure to fight alongside with you, Pinestone, in this campaign. May your story go on and on.
The assault of the Golden Host on Dol Guldur has achieved what Lord Celeborn sought: to delay the forces of the enemy from mounting their attack upon Lothlorien. And yet, not all stories are ended, and there is more to tell of the elves than dwarves.
When next you return to the 21st Hall, Bori desired that you visit him there.
The Golden Host has accomplished what it sought to do, Pinestone. We have delayed the attack on the fortress of Dol Guldur, kept their attention focused upon the doorstep of the fortress, and proven strong our friendship with the dwarves of the Iron Garrison. We wait now for the next stroke to come, and we must stand against it as best we may. The dwarves Bori and Broin have returned to Moria, bearing the mithril axe Zigilburk. When next you return to the 21st Hall, Bori desired that you visit him in the Chamber of Leadership. He wishes to discuss the final fate of the mithril axe. So let us head out to the 21st Hall and see what he's to do. Bori, I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you for coming back to Khazad-dûm, my friend.
It was a long journey for Broin and me, and we spoke at length concerning the mithril axe. It has brought us little but misery, and my cousin convinced me that it could still do great harm in the future if wielded. Truth be told, I did not need much convincing. I have seen firsthand the recklessness the axe stirs in the hearts of those who wield it. My stay in the dungeons of Dol Guldur speaks loudly of that point. Our fathers initially resisted, but have now grudgingly assented to our plan. The dwarves cannot retain possession of Zigilburk. Speak with me again, and we will make this a reality.
We will go together to see Broin and do what must be done.
Are you ready to witness the sealing of Zigilburk? The sooner it is done, the better it will be for the Iron Garrison. I believe it, as does Broin.
The dwarves Bori and Broin have arrived at a momentous decision: to return the mithril axe Zigilburk to the place where it was found, never to be wielded by friend or foe again.
Hope we don't run to the Watcher again. We have certainly come a long way since I enlisted your aid for the Iron Garrison, have we not, Pinestone? Who can say they expected you to be of such help to us? I must admit, I did not. We dwarves of the Iron Garrison are gathering to witness the sealing of the mithril axe in the very depths of Gan-Garaf. I am sure all will wish to speak with you as you make your way to Broin. Take your time, Pinestone. I know many dwarves will wish to speak with you on your way. So yes, back to the drowned treasury. So this time, we will have the path lit by quest markers. Very good, my friend. I am glad you have come. I know it is important to Broin for you to be here. I remember still how you took it upon yourself to slay the Kraban that sought to spy the iron garrison at our encampment just outside the Holine Gate. Who knows what evils you forestalled that day? Those filthy birds will have reported no news of our doings to you, this mysterious master. Thank you. And thanks to the dwarf who asked you to do it as well. I cannot remember now to what use we put those talons, but I am sure it was a good one. Right, next. My dwarves have been called upon today to collapse the passage leading to Gan Garaf, once the mithril axe has been placed within. It is strange to me to be covering up a passage rather than uncovering it. Indeed, you helped my dwarves unearth the doors of Durine at the west gate, did you not? We have had much hardship since then, but look now at the glory of the Iron Garrison. The true work has only just begun. Next. I have not seen you since you passed into Moria, Pinestone. How has the legendary weapon I gave you from the relics unearthed in Eregion served? What? You replaced it? Oh, I see. Well, that is sometimes the way of weapons, is it not? Even so, it was my pleasure to start you on the path of discovering truly legendary items. That is a little bit of a poke of fun, I think, at the legendary item system. Since, of course, you go to all this trouble with this great legendary item, and what do? You replace it. Watch your step, Pinestone. The footing is somewhat treacherous. Who am I to tell you of what is treacherous? We first met when I boldly charged into the deepest reaches of the Silvertine Lows to challenge the nest of goblins in combat. I would have handled myself admirably, but it was about to do so. But your intervention was still appreciated. But I'll do it again! Goblins beware! And up. Okay. Sorry, wrong path. Even lit up with... Even when the way is lit up, it's hard to tell sometimes. Look, Wheelie! If this isn't our counterpart, Pinestone! You may not remember, Pinestone, but Wheelie and I launched the Versionary Strike on the guarded junction while you and Bori faced off against Athfer and Stongsnak. It was no easy thing keeping the orcs from returning while you were still within the camp, but we managed it. And of course, we performed enough great feats that day to keep a dozen bards busy for a fortnight, didn't we, Wheelie? And of course we met... That we did, Stilling. Of course we met Wheelie later on in the Battle of the 21st Hall. As you can see, we managed to hold out against the orcs, Pinestone. Thorngir and I kept the supplies flowing to reach the Iron Garrison outpost within Khazad-dûm. You were a big part of our success in keeping the lines of supply flowing, Pinestone, and we thank you for it. Thorngare and I are both at your service and your families. Alright, back down. At least it's not a lot easier going than it was the first time we came through here. Of course, the tricky thing is remembering the path. So even with these quest rings guiding us, it can be tricky at times. Oh. Alright. Careful, Pinestone, the water here is rapid. My cousin Spore is still on duty, scouting the approaches to the Chamber of the Crossroads. But I know that Spore appreciated your help in chasing down orc spies before the great battle. It was well done, and it has been a pleasure working to reclaim the halls of Khazad-dûm with such a staunch ally as you. Watch your feet. The water is swift. Yeah. Okay, in here. Up. And next. You're almost to Gangaraf, Pinestone. I did not think it would be this far, but Melmar has assured me that it is close. You're certain, Melmar? Aye, aye, you're almost there. I know these flooded deeps you see. Right, and looks like another quest ring up there. I would have been running all over the place without that. Look at us, Pinestone. Did you ever think we would be in this place, about to leave a weapon of such power buried behind a great stone walls, never to be used? Is this the right course of action? Well, that is for both Sie and Broger and their sons to decide. We do our duties as they are assigned to us, and thus must trust that they know best. Did you doubt me when I sent you to salvage the usable weapons from all over Khazad-dûm? It was for a good cause, was it not? Aye, it was, for the very survival of the Iron Garrison. Alright. Now to Rink. Ah, the tunnels will not be used by dwarves following this day. What tales will spring up among our younger kin concerning the actions here, I wonder? Already I have told my boy of the great skill with which you dispatched goblin runners in the flooded deeps for me. He is amazed at the number, though, to be truthful, I have forgotten how many it was. 50? 100? Who can remember? Well, now. Ah, there he is. Good thing I checked there. I have come to witness the sealing away of Zigilburk myself, and few of my dwarves could bear to come with me. The mithril axe was forged at the heart of fire during a time long past, and for it to no longer be wielded seems a great shame to me. I understand that the axe has brought grief to the dwarves of the Iron Garrison, but as a forge master and a dwarf to whom burns the fire of craftwork, the moon above the mountains still will set today upon a different world. It will be a lesser world that does not have Zigilburk in it. I know you would not miss this moment, Pinestone, elf that you are. It seems that adventurer follows you wherever you pass. The feats of heroism we committed in the depths of Balzungar and in Runduril are still a wonder to me, and will be a wonder to the end of my days, I am sure. The tales of which we have been a part of will echo in the cavern height to even the grandest ale hall of Khazad-dûm. Sing the songs of Orvar Bellhammer and Pinestone the Elf, they will say. Which song, will they reply? Yes, which song? Well, hopefully it's one that comes to a good end. Welcome back to Khazad-dûm, Pinestone. For the great services you have done my family, and for rescuing my son from the dungeons of Dol Guldur, you will always have a home here, if you want it. I know Broger is not pleased with the idea of leaving Zigilburk in the depths of Garaf untouched, but the mithril axe has brought us little but grief. I agree with my son and nephew on this. Better for Zigilburk never to have been found, I say. And now, Broger. Do you intend to go along with this foolish decision of my son and nephew to leave Zigilburk here in the depths? This is a mistake, Pinestone. I am certain any misfortunes brought upon us by the mithril axe would have befallen us even without it. Why abandon such a weapon? Surely we will have need of it again. Can you say anything we will not? To abandon such weapons seems the height of foolishness to me. And now, Bori. Thank you for coming here for us, Pinestone. Broin is just ahead, with Zigilburk. It is for the best. The mithril axe should remain unused for now on, left for all the ages of the world in the watery chamber where it was found. Broin is just ahead. Now, Broin. No watcher coming up? I hope not. Alright. This is for the last time I will stand within the walls of Gangaraf. I remember when I crawled dripping and scared out to the pool and lay my eyes upon this flooded chamber. Were not for Zigilburk clutched in the hands of the dwarf Oin, friend of my grandfather's, I would not have kept the terrible beast of the pool at bay. It is time to return the mithril axe to the place where I found it. I have borrowed Zigilburk for long enough. I return it now to your keeping, Master Oin. May you keep it safe through the long years. And he did climb to the rubble out of the chamber and tell Bori it is done. That way he could grab a couple of those gold coins while I'm not looking, right? I mean, really. I can't see him stilling off the temptation completely. Right? All the way through here. All the way back out. And here they all are. So it is done then. It is good to know that Zigilburk will trouble the dwarves no more. Are you ready, Broin? I am. Seal the passage. Crump. Crump. I don't know how they managed that trick, but alright. Very well. Let it lie until the end of time. Let us return to the 21st Hall. We have done what we set out to do. We have made the difficult choice. The right one.
It is for the best, my friend.
I must thank you again, Pinestone. Abandoning such a precious and valuable weapon is not an easy thing, even for dwarves to whom it has brought such grief. But it is for the best. Desire to possess items of such beauty and value has often led my people down the path of misfortune. With your help, Broin and I have made the choices to return aside from that path before it was too late.
You must slay Gorothul and end his menace.
And that concludes Volume 2 of Pineleaf Plays The Rune-keeper.